on in. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. Do we have a wonderful show tonight?
Yes.
So I want everybody to come on in. Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, diamondandsilk.com. Everybody, come on in for a lovely show. Hey, Janie and Lisa,
Make sure
and
everybody
Renee
can
and
hear
Nancy.
us.
Hey, Anita and Francis. Everybody come on in because we have such a wonderful show tonight. And we have a lot to talk about. Listen, the things that happened last week. Now, we already know that it is Martin Luther King Day. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Yes.
It's his birthday today, and it was a holiday today. So we're going to do some quotes from Martin Luther King. Nancy Pelosi, in that letter she sent to President Trump about the State of the Union address. And then President Trump sent Nancy Pelosi a letter.
Yes, he did.
President Trump makes a major proposal to open up the government, but the Democrats rejected it. Buzzfeed and their fake news story.
Very fake news.
And then the Covington Catholic High School, the students that were, I say they were harassed.
That's right.
And lied on by the very fake news. The Women's March versus the Pro-Life March. The Judiciary Committee floats perjury probe of Justice Brett Kavanaugh. So that's coming up again, according to the Daily Caller.
Wow.
And so much more. Okay, so listen, are we up on all portals?
Yes, we are up on all portals.
All right, hit it, y'all. Hey y'all, welcome to tonight Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live with your host Diamond and Silk oh Silk.
Yes, girl.
What a weekend. What a lovely the last part of the week into the weekend, now into another week.
Yes.
Listen, tonight's show is being brought to you by the Chit Chat Tour. So I want you to head over there to chitchattour.com and get your Chit Chat Tour tickets.
Yes.
Let me just throw out the dates where we're going to be and when they're going to be.
Yes.
February the 23rd in Washington, D.C. at the Trump International Hotel is the kickoff. March the 8th in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. April the 13th, Grand Rapids, Michigan. May 18th, Mobile, Alabama. June 1st, Knoxville, Tennessee. June 8th, Scottsville, Arizona.
Yes.
Is it Scottsdale or Scottsville?
I see Scottsville.
Okay, let's make sure we got that right.
Okay.
Let's make sure that that's not Scottsdale.
I'll make sure on
Okay,
that.
make sure. June 22nd, Durrell, Florida. July 13th, Billings, Montana. July 20th, Palm Desert, California. And August the 3rd, Henderson, Nevada. Okay? Get your Chit Chat Tour tickets at either diamondandsilk.com, click on Chit Chat Tour, or go to chitchattour.com.
That's right.
To get your tickets,
Get your
okay?
tickets,
So
yes.
y'all go over there and you see what we have. Special thank you all for everyone that is sharing the tour dates in your groups and on your pages. Thank you so much. I want you all to stop right now. Let's do a little pause.
Yes.
And I want you all to share this video if you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Periscope. I don't know if you can share it on Periscope, but if you can, if you're on Facebook, share this video, share the message, because we surely have a lot to talk about.
Yes.
And we don't want it to go unnoticed. Also, I want to thank all of our haters. All of our haters. You know, your haters make you greater. All of our liberal haters who hate us, but then they just can't get enough of Diamond and Silk. They just can't get enough of us.
That's right.
Welcome. And then to all of our fans and our followers, to all of you all that you just know this is where you come on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us.
Yes.
If you want anything, any type of merchandise out the store, don't forget to go to diamondandsilk.com or diamondandsilkstore.com to get your little merchandise. I think they already have the campaign signs out.
Yes.
They got campaign signs, t-shirts, cups, and all of that kind of little stuff. That's what you do to patronize Diamond and Silk so that we can keep this
That's right.
on and on and on and on to the break of dawn. Okay, and then you don't bust out in your beat.
Bust a beat.
Don't bust out in your beat. And then make sure you stay connected at chitchatme.com. You all, we have a lot of things that's on the horizon that's coming down. We know that some of you all participated in the first phase. Now we're about to introduce the second phase because sometimes you have to dismantle some things.
That's right.
To get it how you want it to be.
That's right.
Because you know how people go. See, we the queens of this here thing.
Yeah, you got to undo it, to redo it, to get it right.
To get it right,
That's
baby.
right.
And some things we want it right.
Yes.
And it looked like some things are coming along fine. So
Very
just
well.
stay connected at chitchatme.com. Thank you all for all of your contributions and all of your little tokens and your gifts that you send through the mail.
Oh, wow.
Thank you all so much. We
Magnificent.
really appreciate it. You all blessed us so much over Christmas. I just love you all. Thank you all. You know, I'm gonna have to start calling y'all family.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't meet fans. It's like we're all family. We're all family.
Yes.
And speaking of family, we were at an event. First of all, let me say, speaking of family, let me say shout out to my mom and my dad.
Hey, Mom and
because
Dad.
I know they're probably watching tonight. Hello, mother. Hello, father.
We see y'all watching.
Okay, so I try not to cuss tonight.
Yes.
Because some things done ticked me off, especially when it came to them high school scooting.
Yes.
And what was done to them, and they didn't do nothing.
Woo.
I mean, it just really made me mad.
Woo.
Because, see, their lives are turned upside down. For foolishness.
For some foolishness.
Because of a narrative. But over the weekend, you all, okay, so I know y'all like, okay, Diamond Silk, where y'all been? Well, we went to New York.
Yes.
Because Fox and Friends, they did a live studio audience, and it was so much fun.
Right.
So we had the pleasure of being there, having a good time. And then that day, we flew to D.C.
Yes.
So you all know, thank God that we wasn't stranded. TSA was there to do their jobs. We were able to get through. The only thing is when we got on the plane, it took the plane about an hour and a half to take off to D.C. because something was wrong with the window, and they didn't know if they needed enough gas. And when they figured all of that out, what they needed, by the time we got into the lineup to take off, we was like the 25th plane. It was 25 planes ahead of us. And so we had to sit there and we had to wait on the tarmac. But I was so happy to get into D.C. and to go to this event. It was called the Stork Charity Ball, is what it was called. And the organization is called Save the Storks.
Save the Storks.
Stork Charity Ball. Yes. Stork Charity Ball.
Yes.
Ball, you all. And we had such a phenomenal time.
It was nice.
It was so beautiful,
wonderful.
You all.
Beautiful.
It was so beautiful. And you know what? I love to see people getting involved. People should get involved. And in case you don't know what they do, Save the Storks partners with pregnancy resource centers to build stork buses. So they build these little buses and they sit them out in front of abortion clinics. So when you have the women going into
a parent plan
but we know what you're parent planhood.
Go ahead.
Center.
They soften the. Go ahead.
All right.
They just put the name up. Go ahead.
And so whenever a woman want to go in and she want to have an abortion, that bus is right there. So that bus, what they do is they invite her in. She want to come in, and they do what you call a little sonogram on her, so that you can like actually see the baby. Because for some reason, some people think and probably thought that it was just a bundle of cells. It really wasn't a baby,
or tissues,
or some tissue. But life starts at conception, is what they explain to the women, and they've been able to save a lot of babies doing this here, because now the women were like, well, no, I don't want to abort my baby, and they've been able to close down some Planned Parenthood centers, some of these abortion clinics been able to. So I like that. And it also support the moms, giving them another solution besides abortions, and it supports that.
I
in
love
their
the aftercare that they have, you know, after the baby is here, and how they stick with the mother and the child through everything, you know, even the father. They have care there for everyone. I absolutely love it.
Yes, it was beautiful. The vice president and his wife snuck in there on everybody, and they showed up. It was really nice, you all.
Yes.
So I'm not passing judgment. But if you're going through a situation, look up one of these here. It's called Save the Storks. Save the Storks, you all. STORK. Save the Stork, okay? Look and see if you can get some help. See if you can sit down and talk to somebody before you make a hasty decision, and then years from now you regret it because somebody just didn't sit down and tell you the truth about some things, you know.
That's
the truth, because I know the left try to make it glorify it and make it feel like it's all right, like it's just you just throwing away some trash or something like that. There's nothing to it. But you don't want to make decisions that you can really regret later on in life.
And also, you know, when I look at, especially in a lot of these marches, you have Black Lives Matter always marching and saying Black Lives Matter, but they don't seem to have a problem with black babies being killed.
They are being murdered. Because,
abortion.
Right. And I know, because I don't want to, you know, throw daggers at people that has already had one done and just didn't know.
But
just didn't know any better. But I feel like if you know better and if you will do better.
You do better
and
when
so
you know better.
People like Diamond and Silk and other people, we have to start talking out on this here.
Right.
Speaking out. Okay, wait a minute. We know that the left is trying to glorify this, but you are really just a straight murder.
That's
because if conception if a baby begins at conception, then if you go and you abort it, then that is killing the baby. Now I know the social media platforms, they're gonna be all thick. That's why I say share the video.
Share the video.
Share the video. But look,
and
that's why
I just think that my money shouldn't fund nobody's abortion.
Absolutely.
That's between your maker, your money, and not us.
Right. And so I'm happy about this organization.
Yes.
It's there to help people, and it's there to give you some guidance. It's there to talk to you.
Yes.
Sometimes people just need somebody to talk to them so that they won't make a hasty decision. You see what I'm saying? Like you get ready to fight, you got somebody to calm you down because you don't want to hurt nobody. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
Are you talking about me?
I'm talking about sometime me, child.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
I'm about to say, because I'm always there to calm you down.
You are. Thank you. So that was a
well, who's there to calm me down?
I calm you down.
Yes,
I'll be like,
do.
still calm down.
Calm down.
Speaking of calm down, today was Martin Luther King's birthday, you all.
Yes.
And so when you start reminiscing about his birthday, how he promoted equality. For all. He wanted us to stop this hate and stop this racism.
Yes.
I started looking at some quotes.
Yes, okay.
We started looking at some Martin Luther King quotes. And I want to run down a few before we get into the juiciness of the show tonight.
Okay, go ahead and run them down.
So some of his quotes, like one was like, a lie cannot live. Okay? A lie cannot live. Okay? So we see sometimes how the left always making up lies, how they made up a lie on this group of teenagers that was up there at the march with their Make America Great getting hats on, minding their business. And you saw how the media was trying to spin a lie.
Yep.
But according to Martin Luther King, a lie cannot live. And it didn't live.
So that means that a lot of the fake news media is not going to be able to live.
That's right. Because you ain't nothing but straight liars is what you are.
Every single day.
Straight liars, okay? Another one, he said, the time is always right to do what is right. Thank you for those of you all that is in the fake news media, that are fake journalists, that knew when a lie was being spread, you knew to take those tweets down. Unlike some of you morons that kept that foolishness up.
That's right.
Because you know, you just like this here kind of foolishness.
Straight lie.
Now, let me just grant this here. Let me just say this here.
Okay, go
Some
ahead.
Some people kept their tweets up to live by what they said, even though it was wrong. But you need to put out another tweet and apologize.
Retract that.
There you go.
That's
you go. If you put it out,
Yeah.
make sure you retract that, because
Yes.
you're messing with young people's lives.
Yes.
Where you got them thrust in the media, people are throwing hate and stuff. They
Right.
can never get their lives back the right way.
And you're
fooling
making
with
it
you.
seem like they did something wrong by wearing a Make America Great Again hat.
Absolutely.
And I saw a lot of them out there with different hats on that was spewing hate.
Hatred.
Straight hate. Go ahead.
Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. So the more y'all in the dark, I'm going to have to propel you to the light.
That's right.
The more you all try to hate, I'm going to have to come with you. I'm going to have to come to you with love.
That's right.
But it's going to be a firm love for me.
That's right.
Because I can't sugarcoat it. Because too much sugar going to make you sick.
That's right.
You go you go in your cabinet right now and just start eating up all the sugar.
That's right.
You going to be on the sugar high. Your brain going to be foggy. You going to be fumbling around like you on a high. That's why I can't sugarcoat it for you. I can't sugarcoat it
and
for you.
it hurts me to bite my tongue.
That's
why
right.
I have to speak my truth.
Speak the nasty, naked, low down, gutter, reach. And then here's one.
Okay.
We must learn to live together together as brothers or perish together as fools. Either we gonna live together as Americans or we all just gonna perish looking like fools. See, I add a little bit on too.
Okay, go ahead.
You know what? I didn't need to be around when Martin Luther King. We would have been a lot of fools because I would have been going off.
That's right.
About some stuff. Going off about some stuff.
Yes.
And then I like when he said, I have decided to stick with love because hate is too great of a burden to bear. I don't want to bear no hate in my heart. So I'm going to stick with loving you. I'm going to love you haters that's on here looking at us.
That's right.
You left-leaning liberals, I got to love you.
Yes.
I got to love you through your foolishness, through your hatred, through your disparagement and everything that you...
Ignorance.
I have to love you through it. I have to love you through it.
Because I realized that they're really unlearned. You know, we was walking through the airport the other day, and I was asking, why is it that just one news station is on in these airports? How did all of this start? And then we began to realize that, if y'all remember, before there was a Fox News, station that was for conservatives. That was just the mainstream media that liberal that everybody listened to, everybody got the narrative from. So if we didn't have another avenue to see something different, do you know those boys from that school right now, they would be deemed as just...
They will call them out of their names.
Yes.
They would never be able to hold their head, and they did nothing.
Nothing wrong, right?
And Silk, I got to say, let me go ahead on and get this off my chest. When I look at what Buzzfeed just did to the president of the United States, when I look at what the fake news media did to these young boys up there in D.C., you don't think that the news media pushed the narrative on Congressman Steve King?
That's right. When I look at what they did to us.
Look at this.
Look at it.
And now it's coming out?
Yes.
Oh,
y'all, look at this. We tried to tell y'all, I believe it was last week.
They took them boys. They took that out of context.
And see, they wasn't looking for us to have another video from something else to show
us
that showed it from a different
angle. I don't trust nothing that you all
tell
say.
Y'all these fake people, and that's why they're used to being on this one narrative. I think they all may get up in the morning, have a meeting, and then they all spread the same
lie. The same lie.
Yes.
The same lie. And then let me give you one more.
Go ahead.
If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward. Will somebody go tell Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer that? We got to keep moving forward. I know you can't walk, but why don't you crawl if you can't walk?
That's right.
Get your behind to the negotiating table and open up the doggone government so people can start getting their paycheck.
That's right.
How about you do that?
That's right.
And I wanted to be a real peaceful day today.
Because we know Mom and Daddy's watching.
And we know it's Martin Luther King Day.
All right.
So I wanted to be a peaceful day. And then some stuff just be ticking me off.
Right.
Just tick me off. Well, I'm going to calm down. Let me stay in my own. I'm going to build myself a barrier and try not to go outside of this barrier tonight so that I won't go off. Okay. So you all know last week.
Am I part of that barrier?
Oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. But anywho, so you all know last week, Nancy Pelosi uninvited the president from the State of the Union until after the shutdown is over, okay? Which she has the power to end the shutdown. Their job is to legislate and, if necessary, negotiate. That's what their job is.
That's right.
And they're not doing either. So Nancy Pelosi is doing everything she can to shift the focus away from her party. And now it looks like she's trying to use President Trump's upcoming State of the Union address as a political tool.
That's right.
So Speaker Nancy Pelosi on Wednesday asked the president to reschedule the State of the Union address or deliver it in writing as long as the government remains shut down. Pelosi said that the partial shutdown has hamstrung both the U.S. Secret Service and the Department of Homeland Security, potentially harming the security planning that precedes the primetime address. Now stop right there.
Stop right there.
I don't understand how is Nancy Pelosi so concerned about her security and not concerned about national security.
That's right.
Not concerned about securing the border.
That's
not
right.
concerned about American security. But she's so scared what's going to happen up there in the chamber.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to know what's the real reason. Why don't she want this State of the Union address to go down? This is when the president addresses the nation, let you know what's going on when it comes to the economy and everything that's going on in our country. Why?
And if you remember what happened at the last State of the Union, they all looked like prunes. Their face looked like prunes as President Trump started naming off all of the accomplishment that he was able to do.
So this time they're going to look like raisins, dried up raisins. But here's the deal. Here is the deal.
What's the deal?
Nancy Pelosi is very disrespectful, and it looks like she is trying to delegitimize this president.
She's trying to make him voiceless. She is
basically as he's somebody off the street.
That's right.
That's exactly what she's trying to do. And she don't want the world to see how ignorant and how stupid Congress have become up there. Right. You do nothing. You do absolutely nothing.
They feel that if they can continue to resist the president, resist his agenda, that it would invalidate him. Look, people got out and they voted for this man to be the president.
Of the United
We didn't vote for Nancy Pelosi. I don't know why she's running around here trying to act like a dictator, trying to act like she's the president of the United States. Why is she doing all of this? And one thing I said, she may be the leader of the House, but she's not the leader of the United States of America.
Well, you had Chuck Schumer talking about the president is holding well, he was making it look like he's holding somebody hostage or holding the government hostage. But I'm sorry, Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer is holding American taxpayer dollars hostage because you won't use it to fund the wall.
Yes, and they want to talk about
and Nancy.
They want to talk about let's open back up the government and then let's begin to talk. They had 2 years to do this.
And I get so sick and tired when I hear, the Republicans had the House and the Senate, they could have done it last 2 years. But wait a minute. You need what? We needed what 60. Back then was 60 votes.
So you needed an extra 10?
You needed an extra 10 back then from Democrats to join in so that we can get this passed.
That's right.
Okay? All right? And that was the problem. That's why they couldn't just pass certain things.
That's right.
I wish people would break that down.
Exactly.
So Nancy Pelosi is using us as a political pawn. Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer owns this shutdown.
Yes.
If you are out there under the sound of my voice, a TSA worker or whatever field you work in and you not getting your paycheck, you can blame Nancy Pelosi and you can blame Chuck Schumer because President Trump gave them a path to open up the government and to fund the wall, and they didn't even want to hear the proposal before he proposed it. Not only that, but he had something in there giving temporary status to the DACA people, to the DACA dreamers, the DACA recipients. And where are they at on that? So that lets me know they don't have no plans. No plans of solving any problems. And anybody that's a DACA, you better be looking at Trump. You better be looking at Trump. Let me tell you, you need to ask yourself a question. As a illegal alien, as a DACA recipient, why is it that somebody like a Nancy Pelosi and a Chuck Schumer and a Kamala Harris and all the Congress, all of them, want that's Democrats, want that border wide open for illegal aliens to cross it. Think about it. Why do you want these people living in the shadows? You want them living in the shadows so that y'all can be controlled. They're going to use y'all like slaves. And if you open up your mouth, here's what's going to be their little thing. Well, we can always deport you. You don't want nobody having that much control over you. If Nancy Pelosi, Chuck Schumer, if you cared about women, why are you okay with women crossing that border where they can get raped and maimed and abused? Why are you okay? We just had about 4 elderly people down in Nevada killed by an illegal alien. Where in the hell is Chuck Schumer and Nancy Pelosi on that? But there, for the grace of God, if it was your family.
Girl.
I'm staying in my box. I'm still in my box.
All right.
I'm still in my little box. Where are they at on this?
That's right.
And everybody, it should be an outcry. This is wrong. Our borders need to be secure. It is a crisis on the border. When I turn on that television and I'm hearing our older people that can't really defend themselves because they're 70 and 80 years old, and you having illegal aliens running around killing them like they nothing but animals. Are you crazy?
Yes, they crazy.
And then you okay with the border? You gonna dismiss that?
Well, when you look at these people district, you got people defecating in the street. You would think that they got to be out of their minds, allowing the citizens that they supposed to represent in the streets defecate.
Well, the TSA, anyone. If you're not getting your paycheck, you better call Nancy and Chuck Schumer. Don't blame the president. The president gave them a pass to open up the government the other day. They didn't want to take that. They didn't want to take that.
And
that was too much like right.
The president been here waiting at the table, ready to get this here job, particular job done. But you know what? I want to also say one more thing that people don't even realize that's happening. How these illegal aliens are here in this country illegally, and they are now able or have been able to file income taxes, okay, and claim children from Mexico. Children that don't even live here. They can claim their nieces. They can claim their nephews. They can claim other people's children. You can have 4 or 5 people make a claim that live from one address. It is ridiculous. And guess what? That money, that $20,000 in tax returns that they get from the child credit, guess who pays that?
Oh, taxpayers pay
that.
We
pay that as a taxpayer.
But if you do one little thing that look like it's wrong on your little tax form,
that's right.
Here come the IRS auditing you as in America. Well, I want to know when is the I, the R, the S going to audit these illegal aliens that's taking taxpayers' money up in the $20,000 and $30,000 of dollars.
And another thing, they don't even have Social Security numbers. So how are they paying into our Social Security system? The welfare system was created by an American for Americans. Why are non-Americans on our system?
Y'all better look at this here. Everybody better take a look at it. I don't want to hear the sound bites from all of these ones talking about I'm running for president.
Oh,
all they doing is running around here is figuring out how they gonna try to take some of this money that they gonna be collecting. That's all they doing. And I'll say allegedly because it's my own opinion.
They're trying to make their super PAC rich off of this. Because look at the quality of what's running.
Somebody said illegal loophole, which was created by the Obama and his administration.
Look at this.
It's a crazy,
look at this. And we are the ones that eat the brunt of this.
We got to eat the bullet. Because they using our tax dollars. So Chuck Schumer, you all are holding our money hostage. It ain't coming out your pocket. That's right. It's coming out of our pocket.
That's right. Not to mention these doggone sanctuary cities that they continue to make us accessory to that crime of aiding and abetting illegal aliens whenever Congress take and approve our tax dollars to fund these sanctuary cities.
And if y'all tied up, it's time for you all to get on the phone. You're going to have to call Nancy and Chuck and be respectful and tell them to fund the wall.
Fund the dog.
Fund the wall. Now, after she made her little letter and sent that to the President of the United States, I'm sitting up. Where was I? I'm in D.C., you all, when I see this go down.
Somewhere doing something.
We were in D.C. when this went down here. Yeah. So I'm sitting in the hotel room and it comes across. No, what happened? I got something where the president had wrote. No, I'm sorry. We was not. We were flying. Our flight had just landed. Our flight had just landed. Because I needed that to go out on everything. Because the president had just wrote Nancy Pelosi a letter. And here's what he wrote you all.
What did he write?
He wrote to Nancy Pelosi, due to the shutdown, I am sorry to inform you that your trip to Brussels, Egypt, and Afghanistan has been postponed. We will reschedule this 7-day excursion when the shutdown is over. In light of the 800,000 great American workers not receiving pay, I am sure you will agree that postponing this public relation event is totally appropriate. I also feel that during this period, it would be better if you were in Washington negotiating with me and joining the strong border security movement to end the shutdown. Obviously, if you would like to make your journey by flying commercial, that would certainly be your prerogative. You all, I was cracking up.
I think we was all over
I was cracking up. By that time, we were in the car now because we read it all. The best part about this is that Pelosi, you all, was on the tarmac with her bags packed when the news broke. It was funny. When it broke, I cracked up. And I said, see, first of all, what you don't want to do, Nancy Pelosi, is you don't want to mess with this president, because the president has a way of cleverly picking you apart. And there's going to be no way that you will ever be able to put yourself back together again. And if you don't believe me, you go ask Crooked Hillary. Because you look up the word crooked, I bet you her face is right there.
Comes right up.
Don't play with this president.
He'll have you walking around here asking what happened.
That's right.
You see what Hillary doing.
He is going to pick you apart. See, you giving him leeway to just, and what are you doing? The government is shut down. You going on an excursion. And I heard, and we can say allegedly, that she was taking family members with her. So you taking family members on an excursion? I'm sorry, to me that sounds like a family reunion on taxpayers' dollars. That's what that sounds like.
And then I heard that there's also some abuse in the past of them taking these doggone trips like this here, drinking the finest of champagne on taxpayer dollars, eating some caviar on taxpayer
drinking
dollars.
A little Moscato
and Don Perignon and fish eggs. On
taxpayers' dollars.
For taxpayers' dollars. And some people can't even get a good steak.
But them, honey, listen. And she's furious. I don't care about you being furious. You get your behind up there and you do your job in Congress.
That's right.
Not go on these excursions like you going to speak for the United States. We don't need you speaking for the United States. We already have a leader of the free world.
That's right, baby.
Boo-boo kitty.
His name is President Donald J. Trump.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
And people have been getting that twisted.
They get it twisted.
They think because they've been grandfathered in and they got a little power. Okay? But the president is the president. And if he says we need a wall,
by golly, you need to fund the wall. That's right. That's right. So President Trump, after that, you all happened, it was so funny. I mean, it was so funny. So by this time, now we in the hotel. Now we in the hotel, and it's funny as I'm just tickled by it all. I'm cracking up. Like that's what Nancy Pelosi gets.
I got a call from Daddy the other day, and he was like, he thought it was a hoax.
Oh, he thought it was.
So he had to go back and look at it again, rewind it, and look back at it again. Daddy, it was real.
Somebody said Nancy Pelosi left town anyway. Well, that's how she don't do nothing, no way. Her solution is no solution. Her action is take no action. Go missing in action.
That's right.
That's what they do. But you all continue. My left-leaning liberals that love Diamond and Silk and can't get, you love haters. Love the watchers, but just can't stand us.
You hate because you hate yourself.
You all the one keep voting her in.
That's right.
She the one said we're going to work for the people. We're going to push. We're going to put. Y'all know how she talk. She talk like sometimes like she could be drinking that stuff. She could be drinking like that dark liquor and it just have her words off.
Really likes
y'all know. She said she going to help the American people and it's going to be about health care. Now she done gone. She done gone out of town.
Ain't giving a darn about your health care. And how are we still paying these individuals our tax dollars? How are they still getting paid, but they not at work?
Because my thing is, if you ain't at work, you don't get paid.
That's right. And if you don't work, you don't eat.
And if you don't work and you're not on your job when you're supposed to be on your job,
that's right.
You fired.
You got to go.
That's how it's supposed to be.
Why are we wasting money on people that don't give 2 red cents about the American people?
So after that went down, the president makes a major proposal to open the government, but Democrats rejects it. Now, this is what I don't understand. How you going to reject something before
You even
hear it.
Yes.
That you playing games.
Yes.
You playing politics.
Yes.
You playing politics.
That's exactly what's
political politics is what's happening.
That's right.
You don't care nothing about the American people.
No, you do not.
So President Trump offered Democrats a compromise package on immigration in effort to end the partial government shutdown. Now, I know I hear some of you all, oh, well, he's granting these people amnesty. No, this is temporary, you all.
Right.
I get tired of hearing some of you people. You know what? Either you on the Trump train or
you're not.
I be hearing people, I hear some opportunists, liars out there. I call them opportunists is what they are. First they okay. Then they this.
They switch.
Then they back on this here.
You
not the president.
That's right.
And for that, when that was running, we wouldn't have never voted for you.
That's right.
Okay?
That's
so
right.
either you on the Trump train or you're not. Some of them, because they ran for president, you don't know how to solve nothing. You don't know how to solve nothing. Anybody that just not started voting, get out of here. I don't want to hear what you got to say.
That's right.
President Trump is the president of the United States. 63 million people, 60-some million people voted for him, not you.
Right. That's right.
So we don't need you throwing your daggers like you know everything and you know nothing.
The ones that didn't even vote want to act like they know so much.
Yeah.
And try to tell the president what he needs to do.
Just makes me sick.
And you can't even take care of your own house.
That's right. You don't know what's going on up there. You always running off at your nasty looking mouth. Opportunist is what you are. That's exactly what you are.
Yeah.
You always running off at your mouth like you know everything, like you know about immigration and you don't know nothing. You sitting up looking like a stupid fool.
Ignorant fool.
Because if you was on the president's side, you would have the president's back, not stab him in the back.
There's a lot of them like that.
When I see that, I just get so sick.
They want to act like they for the president.
Anytime you see somebody like that, just block them and don't listen to them. Either you for the president or you not. I can't stand a wavy-minded man.
That's right.
A wavy-minded person is wavy-minded in all of his ways. Everything is going to be wavy.
That's right.
Just makes
Won't
me
even be
sick.
able to eat straight
because of your wavery behind.
Yes.
So here's some of what the president had to say, you all. He said walls are not immoral. A wall will save many lives and stop drugs from pouring into our country. And if you don't believe me, Nancy Pelosi lived behind a wall.
That's right.
It's stopping something.
That's right.
Walls do stop something, because let me tell you something. If we didn't have walls up in the house, sound will echo all through the doggone house.
Just be running amok up
and let me tell you something. I don't let strangers climb through my window of my house, and I don't know who the heck in my house.
That's right.
Okay, you ring a doorbell. When you climbing through the window, that means you're breaking and entering. Stop allowing these illegal aliens to climb through the window of America's house.
Right. Let me also interject and say one thing when it comes to drugs, because I hear a lot of people on the left, they always say that most of the drugs come through the port of entry. That's where most of the drugs have been accounted for. But that's the deal. The reason why you know how much drugs come through the port of entry is because you can account for those drugs.
Break it down, Sil.
When you have people sneaking in and smothering drugs, you're not accounting for those drugs that's being snuck in. Therefore, you have no numbers except what you catch.
That's right.
That's all you have.
And what you can account for.
Exactly. So when you come in, why in the he-L-L, I said he-L-L, Mom and Dad, do they think the American people is so ignorant?
They think we're ignorant.
Because we hear, all of the drugs,
I heard that old ignorant Kamala Harris say that the other day. Well, the drugs come through the port of entry. The drugs do come through the port of entry. That's what you know. But what about what you don't know? Crossing the border with illegal aliens.
That's right.
Boo-boo kitty.
Dumb.
Boo-boo the fool. Boo-boo the fool is what it is.
Boo-boo the fool.
That's what you are. You got to be dumb. Okay? All right? Okay? So that's one of the things that the president said.
And no offense to Taco Bell.
That's right. He's also said this is not a concrete structure from sea to sea. These are still barriers in high priority locations. My thing is, they got a problem with it being called the wall.
Okay.
We don't want it to be called the wall. I don't care what you call it. You can call it the wall without saying the word wall. Bill put something up there to keep these illegal aliens from crossing our border so that we can see who's walking among us. Now, imagine if they presented comprehensive immigration reforms with a common sense approach. That's right. A lot of these problems will be solved just like that. Not only that, that deficit, it will pay, that money will pay down the deficit.
And then not to mention the $50 billion that was used for the Fencing Act back in 2006. Okay? It was approved under Bush Jr. George Bush Jr., President Bush Jr. And then President Obama is the one that took it up. It's supposed to have been for, I believe, 700 miles of fencing, but only 36 miles was done. What happened to the rest of the $50 billion that didn't get used to build the rest of the mileage of fencing?
I know what happened to the money.
Who pocket did it go in? Because there's a lot of people that go into these political positions, poll.
That's right.
And come out filthy rich.
Yes, they do. And instead of them investigating President Trump for being rich, why don't they start investigating these people that's going in poor and they coming out filthy rich off of only $174,000 a year? That's what you should start doing.
That's right.
That's what you should start doing.
Whew. Girl, we got to take a break.
We got to take a break. What time is it?
It's past time.
You know, we always do this here. We always do. We got a break. Do we need a break?
We can take a quick break.
Do we need? Okay.
You don't have to.
So listen,
you want to go on?
What time is it? We ain't got but 15 minutes left.
Let's keep the ball
You know, we always do this.
Yes.
We get on something, honey. We got to go off for the whole hour.
We got to get you straight.
The whole hour. Yes. Nancy Pelosi and her backup puppets, you all, rejected President Trump's proposal without even hearing it. You know, I call those other people in Congress, they like the puppets.
Exactly.
And Nancy Pelosi is like the puppet masters pulling their strings.
That's right.
Telling them how to react.
Yeah.
Telling them how they need to vote.
That's right.
You don't work for Nancy Pelosi. You mofos work for the American people.
That's right. And people need to understand that. You know, if you're there to work this position for Americans, why do you got one person dictating to everybody else? We're going to resist. We're not going to do this.
But see, they resist because they don't want America to exist.
That's right.
That's what they're doing. They're so desperate for a one world order so that Americans can end up like a third world. They want only two types of people, the rich and the poor, so that they can control people. That's why they okay with that border being wide open like that. Talking about it's not no crisis. It is a crisis when I see illegal aliens running around here killing Americans. That's a crisis.
That's right.
And one American is killed is one too many.
Too much. That's right. You all just look around and see what's going on. You got all of these people at the woman's march, the so-called woman march, talking all of this crazy stuff. Want to act like we all the same? No, we ain't all the same. Believing that
we don't. That's right. You getting up there, you promoting hatred,
that's
you promoting bigotry,
that's
you promoting racism. You don't represent me.
No, you don't.
So when we got ready to leave D.C., that's when the women's march was starting,
that's right,
you all? And we saw them with their derogatory hats on, with their derogatory signs. And even the driver was like, after they leave, it's gonna be trash. Now, when they had the Life March, that was the pro-life march. That was good. That went off great.
But
when but I heard with the women's march, oh Jesus, it's a mess, and they are a mess.
You sit there and you want to say this person is hatred, but look at your sign. Your sign is hatred.
That's right.
Look at what's coming out your mouth. You're talking about F Trump, F you.
That's right. There you go. Speaking of F you, I wanted to F you, the Buzzfeed and the fake news media.
Yes.
So you all know that the Buzzfeed put out this false story stating that the president told Michael Cohen to lie before Congress. The fake news media, you all, they spread. I started getting texts. I started getting email. Oh, God. And I'm just like, are you all serious?
Crazy. Y'all.
Are you all serious?
I didn't even reply.
Are you all serious? Let me tell you something. This is what the fake news do.
Yep.
What was in the news before this story came out? Because all they want to do is they want to just dump news. If they can't get you with this, let me get you on this. If this story don't stick, That story don't stick.
That's right.
But they begin to do, they spread this false narrative.
Yep.
And you had them all salivating at the mouth. All on the fake news. Like they were so happy. And they started talking about impeachment when all of them should have been impeached.
You said humping on
they like was humping dog. On this story like a dog be humping on a pillow. Is what they were doing. Accusations, allegations without accurate information. Spreading fake news, spreading conspiracy theories is what they did, you all.
It's a lie. Straight lie. And they used to doing that. They would take part of something and try to make it to seem like this is what it is. I looked at, I believe, I can't, Joy
Behar
Reid. I think
Joy Reid.
Yes. The way that they was trying to depict these young boys here at this school. I was like, are you all serious?
Oh, that's what they do.
All of them spread the same
They lie. They
hypocrites.
I'm going to tell you what I was happy about. Mueller came out and debunked the whole story. Now, I'm not happy with Mueller, but I was glad he came out and did this.
Yes. Well, he's basically...
Now, I'm going to tell you why I think he did it. Now, this is my own personal opinion.
You going to be right. Go ahead.
Because we finna get this new attorney general.
Yeah,
that ain't about to play, and he's going to have to follow the law.
He got to follow the law.
Because there's been a lot of laws broken. A lot of laws broken.
Fourth Amendment.
Now, you have Buzzfeed. They still want to go on with this story as if it's still true. Now, if the White House have debunked it, if Mueller, who's over this investigation, has debunked it, how is it that BuzzFeed think that they can continue on with this news story, with this history and stand behind it when it's been debunked? You don't control anything. And if they were able to get rid of Alex Jones off of these social media platforms, off of these apps, and all of these different places, because they said he was spreading conspiracy theories, then why in the hell is BuzzFeed and the rest of the fake news media still up there spreading lies?
Exactly.
So that lets me know you all got rid of Alex Jones because Alex Jones had more people watching him than you.
Y'all. That's right.
And you all want to continue to spin a narrative thinking we going to believe your fake assets. And we don't believe you.
We don't believe you.
At all.
That's right.
At all.
That's
I have to rock when I say it. I have to rock like this when I say it.
To stay in your box.
To stay in my box.
Got to rock to stay in my box. That's right.
Shame on the fake news, you all.
I
don't believe absolutely nothing that you say, and I will advise y'all not to believe them neither.
Especially when they don't have the name of the sources. If they're unconfirmed sources. If you're going to tell the truth, then tell the naked, nasty truth about the truth. Don't sit there and sugarcoat it.
But they always, just like they did with the Covington Catholic High School. They did the same thing with them. Let me show you all the video, and we're going to talk about that. Well, and look at the video, you all. The left-wing media, again, they full of it. They won't tell any of the truth. This video, it
shows the guy walking.
It shows the guy walking towards these group of high school students.
That's right.
Now, who started it?
And everybody is out there jamming.
Everybody out there doing their spirit. And I know you probably can't hear it, but you had somebody they call themselves, I guess, the Black Israelites. They called themselves something like that. They were spewing so much hate.
That's right.
They were spewing so much hate.
And if you go to our YouTube channel, you'll be able to see it. We put it up there so people can see the whole video to understand what was going on.
And the one thing that I was taught early on when I was a young girl, you never invite yourself to someone's assets.
That's right.
You never do that. That man that was beating on that bongo or whatever he was beating on, he invited himself to those children. Them children was minding their business. And what the fake news media is took something, because that guy was that little boy, that teenager was standing there with a smirk on his face, which if he would have moved, it would have been a problem. I don't care what he would have done. It would have been a problem. But that man on that bongo, you went over there, you started that foolishness.
Well, what he did, listen, I don't think that he went and started anything to the point of it supposed to be something bad. I thought that the guy was going over there just playing the thing and everybody jumping to it.
But then I'm looking at the guy on the news and he said he was afraid for his life. Well, if you were afraid for your he was on the fake news talking about he was afraid. What? And I'm saying to myself, well, why the heck would you go over there if you are afraid?
Are you sure it was him?
Listen, we'll say allegedly,
the guy that was beating his
just in case I ate a piece of pork and my pressure was up and I didn't know what I was looking at. I knew what I was looking at. I know what I was looking at.
The Indian is going on the news line.
Yes, and so that is why I am so upset. So they intentionally did this here to try to spark something out of these young people.
So the very fake news, we took and found video footage from another angle through some other people to
you even had somebody, S.E. Cup, I think that's her name. She even had to come out and make an apology for jumping on this story without knowing the full facts. You all always do this, but guess what? You done messed up these young people's lives because this young boy, his picture is all over the world on every news outlet. How he gonna get back his life for your doggone mistake because you didn't verify?
And how many people gonna see the truth that comes from behind this?
Absolutely.
I remember whenever we was up there at the Hill, and even though everything came out, when we got in the car, the first thing that all of the news media started spreading and saying is that we lied in Congress.
That's right.
We lied. And that's what they started spreading until they had to retract that same day. But how many people heard the truth?
That's right. And how many people still believing what the fake news said? And I think that this was wrong. This was dead wrong. I felt so bad for these young people because you're in the spirit. You up there at the march.
Yes.
You have your Make America Great Again hats on. And then you had, her last name is Melania. Oh, Lord.
Alisa, let me see if I can find her.
She gonna say that the Make America Great Again hats is just like, it was almost like it's equivalent to the white hood. And the white hoods. And we had to tweet out to her, her behind. And here's what we tweeted.
This is what we tweeted.
Alyssa, and her last name is Milano. I don't want to mess it up. I said, Alicia Milano is so blinded by her ignorance. She doesn't even realize that the Democrat Party she promotes is the party of the KKK, used to intimidate, manipulate in order to dominate black people. So when talking about the white hoods, talk about your party.
That's right.
Don't get it twisted.
That's right.
I'm so tired of you ignorant. Alisa, whatever her name is. I'm so tired of this here.
Yeah.
You don't equate our Make America Great Again hats with some white hoods. You don't do no stupid mess like that. When your party is the one that supported them white hoods.
That's right.
Yeah, we see the Democrat Party. There's pictures out there from back in the day when they were sitting up there in Congress with them white hoods.
That's right.
Yeah, the woman that you was promoting, crooked Hillary Clinton, kissed the man that wore them white hoods. Girl, I'm staying in my box.
He was her mentor.
That's right.
Don't get us started.
Don't get it twisted.
And they want to take and try to tie our president to all of these hate groups and the KKK. You don't find my president in no picture.
He ain't in no picture, but you see old crooked Hillary in the picture with a KKK member.
That's right. And not that we can keep it going, honey. Woo! There's a lot of stuff that these Democrats are doing.
Now, the Judiciary Committee keep floating a perjury probe of Justice Brett Kavanaugh. So I guess one of these newcomers say that they want the Judiciary Committee to open up a probe for a perjury probe. But here's what we need to do. If the Judiciary Committee want to open up something, you open up a probe on all of these congressmen and women, the ones that took an oath to work for the American people, and they up there sitting on their thumbs, twiddling it. You open up a probe and investigate them. Investigate the ones that go in poll and come out 50 rich. Investigate the super PACs. Investigate the donors and the lobbyists. That's what you investigate, and you leave Brett Kavanaugh the hell alone. That's what you can do.
That's right. Did you want to mention anything about this?
Kamala Harris is running for president. She need to be down there running around in her state and see how all of these Americans is living in tents while she's sitting up taking up for illegal aliens.
That's right.
What she need to do. Because I'm not voting for her.
Woo.
And listen, they getting ready to play identity politics because she black, because she a woman. I don't care if she was blue or purple. I'm still not going to vote for her. Period. And you shouldn't either.
Well,
you know, we talk up the whole show. I be lit on fire. I be on ready. I stay on ready.
You stay on ready. That's right.
Okay, you all listen. Don't forget to go get your tickets at chitchattour.com or diamondandsilk.com. Click on Chit Chat Tour to get at one of the tour stop locations, okay?
Yes,
get your
first
tickets.
stop is in Washington, D.C. at the Trump International Hotel. It is so beautiful. Go get your tickets, get your VIP tickets so we can hug up on you, love up on you, and have so much fun.
Yes, I love it.
Yes.
Also, don't forget every day we pray at 11:21 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We pray for our country. We pray for our family. We pray for you. We hope you pray for us. We know that prayer changes things. It's going to take some prayer to keep me calm. It's going to take some prayer, honey. I pray for me. Pray for me because I will be getting some mofos straight around here.
We surely will.
Yes. Anything else? Don't forget to visit the Diamond and Silk Store, diamondandsilkstore.com, you all. Yes. So listen, we was just coming to give y'all the 211. We call it the 211 because it's two of us.
And we're the ones giving it to you.
So in the meantime, in between time, we will see y'all next time right here on Diamond and Silk Chit Chat Live. Good night, everybody. Go watch Sean Hannity. What?
And don't forget Fox Nation.
Oh, don't forget to look at us on Fox Nation, you all.
Yes.
And y'all will hear us talk more about that old Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer.
That's right.
Love y'all.
Love you all.
Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.